good. It's nice to see patients out there. It helps me feel more comfortable. Usually I'm in the sanctuary of my practice, and it's helpful. All right, let's roll. It was 2005, and it was that time that I pictured way ahead that was going to be the comfortable time in my life. I had finished elementary school, middle school, high school, college, medical school, residency in 5 years in the learning curve of a vigorous medical practice. And it was the worst time of my life. My wife had left me. My office manager was heading to Alderson Prison, where Martha Stewart went, by the way, for 2.5 years for embezzlement from my practice. Life sucked. I felt like I was in that Alanis Morissette song, Ironic. Don't you think? There was this day that all that changed. I was sitting at my desk, a busy day, and I reached into my desk to pull out a pen, and I found a business card. It said, Marcus Chaco, Operation Mobilization. 2 years before, I had met Marcus at a concert. He was on loan as a drummer in a band called Caedmon's Call, and they went on tour, and I met him afterwards, and he said, you should come to India. All of our good doctors go to Britain or America, and we need good doctors, and with that, he handed me his card. That day that I found the card, I called the sister organization, and they said, we've got a trip leaving next month with 36 volunteers and all the medical supplies, and we don't have a doctor. And in that instant, they had one. You see, as I was going through the tsunami of crap in my life, there was a real tsunami that happened months before in Sri Lanka, in Indonesia, in Thailand, and in the southeastern portion of India. And so we went, and we helped. And I remembered Marcus's words, and I felt like a salmon swimming against the stream of doctors. And it felt liberating for the first time in a long time. And what I found in India was something of a paradox that I've been trying to wrap my mind around for the last 10 years. You see, in India, there's no middle ground. You'll see colors that you won't believe existed, and you'll see rotting trash. You'll smell jasmine and spices and rotting trash and open sewers, which I'll get to in a little bit. And you'll see mud huts with satellite dishes and be in places where they don't have shoes or running water. But by God, you can get a wireless signal everywhere there. But the biggest, most stark contrast in India is the universal kindness that you find that's intermingled with the caste system. And you can see a picture here of a child that's in the Dalit caste, the untouchable caste, that he can only own things that are picked out of trash as he looks on as maybe his schoolmates play cricket. That's the privilege and the poverty that exists in India. It's such a land of polarity. Side note, Germany, 1930s. They're looking to make the master race and to propagate their culture over another. And they look to India as the perfect example. Thousands of years before, the Aryans came from the north and imposed their superiority on the indigenous class and declared them Dalit, or broken, or untouchable as it would be. They even took the swastika, a symbol that you'll see all over India, for prosperity. Well, I struggled to appreciate the ends of these poles, and I began to uncover secrets to being effective in my life. An American doctor in India is a bit like the circus coming to town. Everybody's there for the show, and it's a come one, come all event. And it's been humbling just to see how people see me in this setting. I've blessed marriages, I've preached in churches, I'm just taken always beyond my skill set. I've been asked to provide veterinary care for livestock. I've even named an infant child at the assistance of the mother. But through this, I've shucked the ethnocentricities of my Americanism, and I've learned to give people what they ask for, not what I think that they need. And in doing that, I've learned how to serve. The beauty of this is when I give out medical care, people think they're getting medical care, but what I see is myself touching an untouchable person, a person that's been told that they're about the same grade as trash, and the mother of that child sees that child on my lap asking what they want to be when they grow up. But to me, my opus magnum, my legacy that I choose is seen here in this picture. I'm giving care to one person, but that guy there, he is my interpreter, but he's also tagged as the person who's going to be the village healthcare worker that's going to be in that village after I'm gone. In that village that might not have resources, but they've got a wireless signal. And that is where telemedicine can serve at its finest. And I can sit on my couch one evening or 2 evenings or whatever I choose and continue to take care of that village. Well, through my forays in India, I take comfort in that, knowing that I might help a fraction of a piece of an iota of the biggest populace of the world's most poor people, and that I'm satisfied that I can help people more so than I would had I sat on the couch and done nothing. I do the best I do, and I swim against the stream, and I try to step out of my comfort zone. And if you've ever been to a foreign culture, you know you're different. And sometimes looking up in wonderment at all the wonderful, beautiful things, I step in one of those open sewers, ankle deep. But I keep moving forward, and that's one of the things that I've learned. No matter what life throws you, you do move forward. And my stomach will never be the same thanks to a few bouts of deli belly, but it's taught me how to be prudent in life. And as I come back, I find that I'm a better doctor, a better patient, a better husband, a better dad. And I see myself as that American Indian. Dots, not feathers, when I look in the mirror. This is me and Marcus. 4 years after he gave me that card, I sat down, I brought my guitar and hung out with some Indian musicians, and I told my story, and they said, Marcus Chaco, he lives down the road. And in moments, he was there, and we picked up where we left off. And that's what I love about India. I'm never ceasing to be surprised. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeff VanWingen. Great job.